Okay, so have you ever had anybody say, oh no, not like MLM or network marketing, one of them, and the whole industry, people taint it? Have you ever had that? Because I certainly have over the past 3.5 years that I've been within the industry. And it's really interesting because when people say it, I'm sat there like, you do realise it's the fastest growing industry of all industries, and it pays out $200,000 a day for independent consultants that are self-employed and have decided to represent a particular brand of products, and they get paid very well for that, for being advertisements. And it really makes me laugh because I think when people say that, do they actually know what they're saying? Because it's almost like saying, oh my gosh, I hate the industry of hairdressers, or I hate the industry of childminders. You know, it's an industry, and it's an industry that has got a lot of demand for it. You know, hairdressers, people want to have their hair cut. Childminders, people want people to look after their children. And then with the industry of social marketing, or otherwise known as network marketing or multi-level marketing, it's basically moving a product from where it's made directly to the customer's home. So it's a bit like online shopping. And so it's almost like when people say it, it's almost like saying, I hate online shopping. And you're like, what? No, you can't. It's so impossible to say that because you're talking about a whole brand of things, and it just doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to address why people actually say that. So first of all, they don't understand what they're saying. So when people say, I can't stand online shopping, which is basically what they're saying about MLM brands, which is just moving a product from where it's made straight to the customer's door and cutting out the whole middle cost. What they're actually saying, what they actually mean, is they had an experience, maybe one time, maybe a couple of times, where somebody was self-employed and they decided to represent a brand, be it personal care products, holidays, cleaning products, mobile phones, TVs, some sort of product or service. So somebody was self-employed and decided to represent a particular product or service, using it themselves, that they could give obviously their honest feedback on it. So they reviewed something and they gave their feedback as a self-employed advisor, and somebody had a bad experience over that, which, let's face it, having a bad experience with a person that's self-employed comes down to the person, not the company that they are talking about products wise. Okay, so for example, we've all probably had bad experiences with, I'm going to say tiling because my husband's a tiler, and I hear people talk to me all the time about they had a tiler once, had a really bad experience. They then don't say, I hate the industry of tiling, because it doesn't make any sense. But what I have had them say is why they had a bad experience of a tiler. Didn't show up, lack of communication, overpriced, underpriced, cheap, didn't do the job properly, you know, all these different reasons. And then I'll say to them, well, my husband's a tiler and he doesn't have to work. Like, financially, my job supports us as a family, but he chooses to work part-time as a tiler because he genuinely loves what he does. Can I put you in touch? Because he really, really enjoys it, and you'll get a really great service. And then everybody always does. Everybody loves what my husband does. They love that he goes above and beyond. He's really reasonably priced and he's fantastic at what he does. So when people say that they have a dislike of the network marketing industry, they're referring to an experience they had with an individual. And I can absolutely relate to this because I have actually also had bad experiences with people within MLM industries. Because I work within the health and wellness sector, and I use and review products all to do with health and wellness, nutrition, skincare, makeup, and as a self-employed consultant, I give people advice. They either choose to take that advice or they don't. That's absolutely fine. And if they do buy something based on my recommendation, I get paid for that, which is fantastic. You know, that's the kind of job that everybody wants. They want to be paid for what they're doing and paid for doing something that they really love that helps people. Now, because I understand that when you buy through a network marketing representative, if you like, so when somebody buys through me, they're not only getting great customer service from me because I know a lot about what I'm talking about. I dedicate myself to training days. I invest in myself. I read books on everything about what I do so that I know as much as what I can possibly do, and I'm continuously learning, and I always will do. I will never, ever stop learning. So when somebody buys through my website, they're getting really great service from somebody who has dedicated themselves to constantly learning more and more about nutrition, skincare, cosmetics, personal care, etc., etc. So they're getting really great customer service. Number 2, they're getting phenomenal products that would never be sold in a shop, because if they were, they would be inaffordable and they would have to be bulked out with nasties, toxins, chemicals, shelf life preservatives. And these types of products are luxury, prestige, high-end products that just wouldn't work in the shop route, because they don't want the shelf life preservatives, they don't want the nasties in it. So they're getting good quality products and they're getting them at an 80% discount, because if they're sold through a shop route, the price has to go up about 80% to pay for marketing, advertising, wholesale costs, manufacturer costs, staff costs, overheads. The overheads to get a product from where it's made. So let's use this lavender essential oil, for example. When this lavender essential oil is made, let's say it costs, £5 to make. I'm not actually 100% sure on how much it costs to make, but we'll just use an example. Let's say it costs £5 to make. If that was to be sold in a shop, the first thing that they'd do is take out 95% of the lavender oil so that they could distribute it between many other different jars, and then they would water it down with a really cheap oil. So you're not actually getting 100% of the product. You think you are, it looks like it, you're like, oh yeah, that bottle's full, but actually what they've done is took 95% of it out and watered it down, and then they're going to sell it at an 80% price increase. So they're probably going to sell it at about, say, £30-40 through the shop route to pay for all of the overheads that go on in the middle. So the customer's not getting a good deal when you buy through a shop. When you buy through network marketing, you get 100% of the product. It lasts so much longer. That's why the products last 9 months, 12 months, and they're better quality and they're backed by science. So you get a much, much, much more superior product at a great discount. So because I understand this from a consumer point of view, I choose to be a consumer to other network marketing companies. So I buy my cleaning products through network marketing. I book my holidays through network marketing. I buy my books through network marketing, mobile phones, TV, bills, everything that I can buy through a network marketing consultant I do, because 1, I'm getting a much more superior product, and 2, I'm getting a discount, okay? So it makes better consumer sense. So because I have been on the other side of the fence and I am a customer to lots of other representatives, I also get to experience what people get to experience when they talk about multi-level marketing companies. And when people have bad experience, it's because somebody, one person usually, or a couple of people, has given them a bad taste. So I have personally been buying, let's say, candles for quite a while from network marketing companies. Used to love my candles. The bad experience, the bad customer service that I used to get was shocking. Like people not following up. When I said that I wasn't receiving orders, people didn't care. So I was spending this money, and the representative that was supposed to be helping me was shocking. Like they couldn't have cared less. I used to think, how long are they going to actually be in that job for? And it turns out not very long. The turnover of bad customer service, people being self-employed, they stop. And sometimes they actually blame the company, where actually it's themselves. They're not giving good customer service. So any self-employed role you're not going to thrive at, whether that's network marketing or not, you know. You've got to be good at giving good customer service and enjoy helping people. So I have had really bad experiences from multi-level marketing companies and from self-employed individuals. That does not mean that I have a bad taste about the industry, because that would make no sense whatsoever. That's like saying I hate the clothes industry. Yeah, it's just too broad. You just can't do it. It doesn't make any sense, okay? So when people say that, they don't mean that, because let's face it, it makes no sense whatsoever. What they mean is they have had a bad experience with an individual that's self-employed, that's hacked them off for some reason. And when people have that bad experience, it's such a shame that they then decide to tank the whole industry, because it's only them that ends up losing out, because then they have to spend their money on shop bought products that isn't superior, that isn't results driven, that isn't saving them money, that isn't lasting them a year, and they're the one that is really missing out, which is a shame for them. However, never mind that, because the social marketing, the network marketing or multi-level marketing, it's got different names, industry is growing at the fastest pace to any other industry in the whole world. It grows at a faster pace to the film industry, to the music industry. So being a part of that is actually really, really lucky. And actually, a lot of network marketing companies are exclusive. So you can't just go on the internet and buy their products, okay? They're completely exclusive, and you have to have like an account. So, which is really great, because it makes the industry work. It means that to have an account with these companies, you then get a discount, so you can buy it wholesale. It's delivered straight to your door, and you get given different bits of information and offers and things, and you get a representative that is self-employed because they want to be, and they want to help you out. So I get really good customer service from somebody that I buy my cleaning products from, who any question that I've got, no matter how silly it is, like, oh, how do I use my mop? She's like, oh, this is how you use it. And we've got a really good relationship because she loves what she does and she provides great customer service. And that's how basically the network marketing industry works. So the next time you hear somebody say, oh, not another MLM, not another network marketing, not another social marketing company, they're talking rubbish, because you can't just brandish a whole industry like that because it's crazy talk. What they're actually talking about is somebody that was self-employed however long ago, pissed them off a little bit, and they've decided based on that one or maybe two experiences to brandish the whole industry. So when you hear people say that, they're talking codswallop. So just let it go over your head, let them crack on and spend more money on buying shop bought products that only last a week, and they're running out and they're constantly having to buy more, and they're filled with chemicals, bulked out, toxins, watered down. They're only getting 5% of what they're actually paying for. And that's their choice. If people want to do that, they are well aware of what they're paying for. They're well aware of the consequences by using things long term that have got that much nasty rubbish in it. But that's their choice. Let them crack on. Most people decide to buy their items or products or service through network marketing because they're getting a better product and they're getting a better price, and they're getting somebody that's self-employed as their advisor that they can just message, phone up, send an email to, and ask for advice as and when you need it, which most people want. Most people want somebody that genuinely cares about them. And because they're buying through a consultant that's self-employed, you tend to get birthday presents, Christmas presents, you get they'll send you out like display stuff. My customers and my clients absolutely love having me as their consultant, because when I use a product as a display, when I then can't use it anymore for display because new packaging's come out or something, I'll send them all the display, and they love it. They get birthday cards, presents, they get vouchers, they get Christmas gifts. They absolutely love it because I love what I do. So I spoil my customers and my preferred clients rotten. And then because I'm also clients to other people who are self-employed as advisors in network marketing, I get a spoil rotten by them. And it just is an incredible community and industry to be a part of. And you can understand why consultants are paid $200,000 a day is paid out to people like myself. And some people only earn like £500, £1,000 a month because they do this around their main job. They do this around their children, and that's fine. And then you've got people that are turning over millions and millions of pounds a month because they've really, really invested themselves into building a mammoth customer base. Some people only have like 20 customers. Some people have got thousands of customers. You're self-employed, so it's your choice how many customers you want to have in your business and provide a great service for, which I love. I absolutely love the industry of network marketing. So I just wanted to address that because it is something that a lot of us hear, and I wanted you to understand why we hear it and why it makes total no sense whatsoever. I hope that I've got that across in a clear way. And if you are a customer within the network marketing industry, or you work within the network marketing industry, pop us a little comment to let us know your experience as a customer or as a consultant. You might be a self-employed consultant around other things that you do. What's your experience? If you're a customer to somebody that is self-employed as a consultant for another company and you're purchasing products or service through them, let us know what your experience is. We'd love to hear from you. So I'll end this call and I'll speak to you all soon.